There's about like, I don't know, you can count them, like 20 people out here, something like that. I don't think he got shot last night. I think he got shot like a few nights ago, maybe this week. His name is Alexander Gonzalez, it seems like.
That they're going to keep killing. It's not just one Alexander. It's not just one Mark Ramos. APD is going to keep killing us until we stand up, organize, and we fight back against APD, against these police who think...
So this happened with an off-duty police officer in the south side of Austin, but it's like the south side closer to downtown. And this particular area is known for being predominantly demographically minority community. I mean, there's a Halo cam right there. It's a lot better quality than my phone.
You're showing close-up footage with the cops. You should not let me live stream.
I appreciate your opinion. So I was just asked not to film, but y'all know how to roll that way.
Alexander died a hero, and now APD is trying to paint him as a villain to justify his murder. Who killed Alex? Who killed Alex? Who killed Alex? Who killed Alex? How do you use the murderer? How do you use the murderer? How do you use the murderer? How do you use the murderer?
I'm jaywalking a bit, but we should be fine. So for those of you that don't know, man, these barricades out here were placed earlier on this year or last year in response to the protest. They made this section right here up on this platform of the headquarters, police headquarters in Austin, Texas, off limits to civilians. So you can't cross this barrier without the permission of somebody inside police headquarters. These barriers have been here for months now, despite the fact that there's been months now without any protest. So, you know, it seems like it's a semi-permanent decision by, you know, city council or the police headquarters, police department to make this off limits. But just in case you weren't aware why these random barriers have been here or are here for months, that is why. And apparently they belong to Peña's Traffic Services.
shot. APD killed Alexander Gonzalez and Franklin Carter innocent. And we know now that the accomplice in the law that his stuff was justified. And we know it was not. We're here to defend Alexander Gonzalez, defend his name, defend his partner, and defend his child from the lie that APD is trying to spit against him. Who killed Alex? APD! Who killed Alex? APD! Who killed Alex? APD!
Hey, we asked you like nicely. We like no,
No,
we like don't want. We want you to stop live streaming. We want you to leave.
Sounds
we know
good.
you're not welcome in these spots. Like throughout the summer, you've like showed.
I will respectfully decline if that's fine with you.
Okay, then we'll respect you all around.
It's time that we stand up against these contract killers who are killing our people in our streets. It's our time right now to stand up and do something about it. Because if you don't stand up, where's the repercussions? Where's the name? Where's the information that we need? We're not going to get it unless we stand up and fight against this system, this corrupt system, that is against our people.
So I mean, like, you know, they claim that I provide up close footage for the police, but I honestly, like, we're in front of police headquarters where there are a ton of Halo cams. It's just, there's no way, man.
Definitely did not protect his family. And he now is trying to slander him, and lie about Alexander, claiming that he deserves it, claiming sometime last month for shooting Alexander to death because of his child. Well, no, this is a lie. We know that APD is once again.
So, for those of you that don't know, we're outside of Austin, Texas Police Headquarters. This protest is in response to the killing of Alexander Gonzalez, who died in a confrontation with an off-duty police officer in South Austin, the Riverside area, near Wickersham and Old Horf, really close to where I live, actually.
APD is trying to slander Alexander Gonzalez and justify
Many people feel the killing was unjustified. I don't actually know all the details, and I doubt because of the fact that it was off duty. I don't think there's any body cam footage.
Okay, for anyone watching this feed, you should go follow Cesar Rocha. He's the live streamer of the people. If you want to, if you're not a cop or a Trump supporter on this live stream and you are actually interested in following people's movements in Austin, you should follow Cesar Rocha.
How do you know they're not cops though online?
Garcia, Cesar Rocha.
How do you know you're not?
He shows up to all the different protests, all the pickets, all of that. He's involved with all the different orgs.
How do you know that you didn't just invite a cop to Cesar Rocha's feed? So yeah, it remains the same group. Austin Liberation Movement at UT. You know, the Women's Social Movement, also led by Media. So, in case you guys are wondering why I'm being blocked off, it's a really similar group to the Mike Ramos Brigade, but I don't pay much mind to them. Just record them covering me. So So for those of you that don't know, we're outside of the Austin, Texas Police Headquarters. This is the Austin, Texas Police Headquarters right here building. This protest started at about 4 o'clock. It is a response to the death of Alexander Gonzalez, who died in a confrontation with an off-duty police officer in Riverside, South Austin.
That they can't keep on killing people in this fucking city. We're not gonna stand by. Thank you. Last year, the police in America killed 1,114 individuals. This is a public health crisis. They are out here murdering people and facing zero repercussions. Cops still get a paid vacation. Absolutely fucking absurd. And we can't stand by. We can't stand by while this happens. That's why we have to keep coming out here. We have to keep organizing and fighting back against this cruel racist system that keeps on taking people off of the street. And the thing about this is that there was a child in this vaccine. That child is going to live with this trauma for the rest of their life. The pain doesn't end after the murder. The pain continues all throughout this country, all throughout so many communities that suffer from police violence. Those who are usually the most victims by the terrible system of capitalism and white supremacy in this country. So that's why we have to come out here and we have to keep fighting back. We can't stand by. That child, the woman that was with him, maybe his partner, this pain will never go away. Yeah, his fiance will live with this for the rest of her life. Or whoever the fucker was that killed him is gonna get away with a fucking slap on the wrist. That is disgusting. That is awful.
Yes, sir.
Release his name. Absolutely. No justice.
No peace.
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 No motherfucking justice.
No motherfucking 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 peace.
FTP.
Fuck the police.
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 No justice.
No peace.
Abolish the police. No justice. No peace. Abolish the police. No justice. No peace. Abolish the police. No justice.
No peace.
Abolish.
We're here at the defendant is Alexander Gonzalez, who was shot to death by an off-duty APD officer. After reaching for his family, that off-duty officer had already shot into his car. Before APD landed in his case. Alexander Gonzalez was defending his family when APD
So we're in front of Austin Police Headquarters at the moment. There's a protest in response to the death of a gentleman called Alexander Gonzalez, who died in a confrontation with an off-duty police officer. He was with, I believe, his fiance and a child at the time. And this did happen in South Austin, Riverside, Wickersham, Old Torf area, if you're familiar with the city.
We know that APD time and time again tells us in the street. So I was running out like more than a block away from where they killed my brother. You can see now that my officer's mother is now trying to sue the city to even see our time of justice for her son's murder. We know too with Alexander Gonzalez that we're not going to get justice. We know that Alexander Gonzalez is not going to see justice by calm meetings. We know that Alexander is not going to see justice by handshakes with the police. We know that the only way Alexander can see justice is through people's justice. It's through us taking the streets. It is through us fighting back. It is through us defending his name from these officers who are trying to slander it.
Every year, cops kill thousands of people. Thousands. And just 3 days ago, we learned that they have the ability to show restraint. When people stormed the Capitol building in Washington, D.C., they showed restraint. But when a man is just living his life, he's trying to get home, just driving, they decide it's okay to take his life? Is anyone okay with that? Who the hell could live in a country where you can be murdered with impunity at any time, for any reason? FTP! 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 Everybody here should be mad. Everybody here should be livid because this is happening in our city. Our streets have seen enough blood, and when is that going to be enough? When are these fuckers going to realize that enough is enough? Our people have rights, and our people deserve to go home. The same way they complain that they want to go home to their families, so do we. And it's not up to them to decide our life. It's our turn to stand the fuck up and do something about it. Fuck the police forever. FTP! FTP! It's time now. There's no more waiting. This is a revolution on our part, and if we don't do this now, it's never gonna happen. They're not gonna realize it unless they're knocking down their fucking door. One thing that I want to point out is with the recent thing that happened at the Capitol, right? We know that it wasn't just citizens. There were some fucking pigs in there storming that Capitol. We know that that was some pigs doing that. And I've seen from multiple police departments them say that if any of their police officers were there, they would be immediately terminated. Which means that they have the ability to immediately terminate their officers. So whenever they go and fuck around and storm a Capitol, they'll get immediately terminated. But whenever they shoot someone in the street with an infant in the back seat and accidentally shoot an innocent fucking woman, putting her in the hospital, they don't get immediately fired. Why can't you immediately fire a fucking murderer? You can immediately fire a white supremacist, which I mean all of them are. You can immediately fire them for that, but not for shooting somebody, not for killing Mike Ramos. Christopher Taylor is still employed by this police department And Mike Ramos was not the first man he killed. He killed someone 9 months before that. Dr. Maurice, a man with a knife, having a mental health crisis. And he was a fucking pussy and couldn't handle a man with a knife. He got scared and shot and killed him. And 9 months later murdered someone again. How do you spell murderer?
A-P-T.
How do you spell murderer?
A-P-T.
How do you spell murderer?
A-P-T.
How do you spell racist?
A-P-T.
How do you spell racist?
A-P-T.
How do you spell murderer?
A-P-T.
How do you spell murderer?
A-P-T.
FTP?
Fuck the police.
FTP?
Fuck the police.
FTP?
Fuck the police.
Brian Manley, enemy of the people. Brian Manley.
Enemy of the people.
Brian Manley.
Enemy of the people.
Spencer Cook.
Enemy of the people.
Spencer Cook.
Enemy of the people.
Spencer Cook.
Enemy of the people.
Brian Manley.
Enemy of the people.
The fucker who killed Alex.
Enemy of the people.
Fuck you, Brian. Fuck you, Spencer. We're not gonna take your shit. Get your shit together. Quit fucking killing innocent people and ripping them away from their families. This child, Alex's son, is in fucking CPS. We all know how terrible CPS is. They do not take care of children. And that child's gonna live with all of this trauma forever. Is the officer who killed Alex gonna pay for that child's fucking therapy? Is that officer gonna feel any of the pain that child's gonna feel for the rest of their life? No. He's not gonna get any of those repercussions. And that's why we gotta stay out here, and that's why we gotta fight back. And never, ever, ever give up. Because when we give up, they fucking win. And we cannot fucking let that happen. We cannot stand by while these fucking pigs murder people in the street, while they fucking attack women, use their position of power to oppress people. We cannot stand back. Thank you all for being out here. Woo! Say his name! Say his name!
Alex Rodriguez!
Say his name!
Alex Rodriguez!
Say his name!
Alex Rodriguez!
Say his name! Say his name! Scream his name! Scream his name! Scream his name! Say his name! Say his name! No motherfucking justice! No motherfucking justice! FTP! 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 Right on. There's some apples and bananas over there in that bag if anybody wants any, by the way.
We're here to honor the memory and life of Alexander Gonzalez, knowing that APT took his life in front of his child, in front of his fiancée. We're here to give APT help because that's all they've given us. We're here to defend Alex's name because the APD is trying to slander it. APD is trying
So we're outside of the Austin, Texas police headquarters. People are currently, protesting the death of Alexander Gonzalez, who died in South Austin at the hands of an off-duty police officer. And so they're demanding justice for the incident. I don't know what the actual status of that incident is. I don't know if anyone's been arrested or if any public statements have officially been made.
The amount of power that they have over us is not just, it is not correct, it is up to us to fight back, it is up to us to organize our communities, it is up to us to yell and scream and fight against these police officers who have every right to take our lives, but they do not. We are here today to defend Alexander Gonzalez, to defend Mike Ramos, to defend all of those who have been killed by police who think they are too high up, who think that this department will cover everything that they do up, who think that this department will just put them on administrative leave for a week or two. We're here to fight for those who have died and to fight back against those who have killed. We're here to fight for Alexander Gonzalez, who lost his life at the hands of an off-duty APD officer in front of his family. We're here because we're angry. We're here because we have seen this one too many times. We have seen this time and time again where a man gets shot and killed by police and nothing happens. Nobody speaks. The police are let off scot-free. Or a man is murdered and his family is left without a father. We're here to defend the names of Alexander Gonzalez who was shot and killed by APD. And we're here to fight for him. We're here to fight for his family. Who killed Alex? APD! 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 APD! Kill the gun! APD, kill the gun! APD, kill the gun! APD, kill the gun!
So we're outside the Austin, Texas police headquarters. These individuals are protesting the death of Alexander Gonzalez. There has been official statements made, I just read. Sorry that I'm not 100% up to date with this particular event. I should be, honestly. But I'll learn about it. I promise. It's a relatively small crowd, as you can tell. Oh, there, you know what? I did watch a video from somebody from their balcony who recorded the incident. Yes, I remember that now. So it looks like Alexander Gonzalez was killed within 2 blocks of where Mike Ramos was killed. And Mike Ramos, remember, was somebody who was killed in Austin by APD as well. And a big reason why a lot of people came out to protest. It happened really close to the death of George Floyd. And so those two incidences really fired up the city of Austin and brought many of these protesters out, like you're seeing today. The infant is unharmed. You know, thankfully, Alexander's girlfriend is safe as well.
And you know, my friend was talking about this last night at the vigil for Alexander McDonald's family up at the memorial. That all of us have seen thousands of these videos of our neighbors and our community and the people getting murdered in the street by the police. I've seen way too many of these videos. And these videos, when we watch them, the media, the politicians, the ruling class, they want us to feel hopeless. They want us to feel isolated. But you know what? Other videos that I've seen, one of the things that I saw this summer, I saw the people stare off into war. I saw us take the motherfucking interstate, y'all. I saw us take the interstate like 5 times. Yeah, like even with like 30 people we took it at one point. But we were up at the Capitol. You know, we took that. We fully took the Capitol. People were literally fighting for us at the Capitol. Parking got looted, like all that shit. We can do that when we come together and organize. Don't forget what we can do when we come together. When you see those videos, remember what we did this summer. Remember what we did this summer. And it's also important. Yo, we have to remember that we need to be sharing Alexander Gonzalez's story. Go on the Tribune of the People, literally send this article to every single friend, neighbor, family member you have. We need to honor his memory, and we cannot let them slander his name. He died protecting his family, alright? And we don't even know the names of his murderers. I have met and been talking to his mother, and his entire family has been showing up for them. They are extremely strong. They are extremely inspiring, and they are here to fight for justice for Alex. They are not going to let this die down. They are going to fight, and we need to be showing up for them. APD killed again!
Organize and defend!
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 Who killed Alex?
APD!
to show that family love in some way, please do.
Yeah, like the person over there is talking about ice prevention.
Never be able to ever. And that, I'm saying to people who were there that night, who have been gaslit and by the media constantly saying it was Arizona's fault when it wasn't. All of you who were there are gaslighted by you for that day. And so you know that he does that way to say something. Yeah, imagine waking up to the news of people pretending their fucking fiance is a phone guy. Because that's all, that's honestly, that's as painful as it said it's not. Right.
She got a call, and it was a call that he'd been murdered that day.
So we're in front of the Austin, Texas Police Department. There are a few protesters here who are protesting the death of Alexander Gonzalez, who died in South Austin at the hands of an off-duty police officer. There have been some details released by APD, and there have been some details released by witnesses who had video evidence of what happened. This happened within 2 blocks of the death of Mike Ramos, which was a big reason why a lot of people came out originally in Austin, Texas. The Mike Ramos Brigade formed in the death of Mike Ramos was pretty much like the George Floyd of Austin, Texas.
Okay, I gotta admit that curse. It's like riding a go-kart when you were a kid. It's just a big go-kart, and it's street legal. That's great.
So the visual is at 6 p.m. And it's currently it's right by the intersection of Woodbridge Dam and Woodbridge. A little bit south by the tree house, wherever those are. You'll be able to see it. So if anybody wants to take their phone out and write that down, it's at the intersection of Woodbridge Dam and Goldsworth, right in front of the tree house parking. So really, please come out to that. Again, I think it would mean the world to see people with communities come out and show that support.
This is a make casket for the elders, for the Old Society. Yeah, and then this one over here says, a badge is not a hunting license. Some of the signs that people carry out here, mostly speaking up and out against the Austin Police Department.
Hi, these police officers. their death go in vain. We cannot let their death.
Wait. Hey, stop sign is on the cross.
Just steer away. Fighting police who choose to kill them. We fight for Alexander. We fight for standards. We fight for the best standards. We know that he's not a hero. We know MPD is trying to slander him. We know this is a solar group. They come into our communities. They come into our homes. They come into the streets that we live and kill us and harass us. They face no penalty for doing this.
So guys, we're outside of the Austin, Texas Police Headquarters. There are many people out here who are speaking up against the death of Alexander Gonzalez, who died just about a few days ago at the hands of an off-duty police officer. And so what we're seeing is that, you know, a lot of people here, a small crowd, you know, they're protesting. Yeah, I am in the street. Thanks. And
Special credentials to go in the street.
that's true. Good call out.
Heat against us.
That's not the way it
Just
works.
basically putting heat against us. Are you out in the street?
Here, I'll just get off the street.
Like the rest of us do.
I got these that I haven't worn in weeks.
Like, try not to be in the crowd because they're a little bit hostile towards me.
2 pairs? Fucking forget about it. Your hands are set. I mean, you could use this guy. My sister brought it back there before. It's really But I appreciate it. Indeed, you do.
Oh. Hi, how's
So
it
it's
going?
funny, my friend was asking me if I was here because she was going to meet up with me. She sent me a message, and then literally 30 seconds later, she was like, I just saw you on Hiram's feed. I know you're there. I was like, okay, cool.
So yeah, the protest is pretty calm. It's peaceful. People are making their sentiments heard. There's a lot of things being expressed about Alexander Gonzalez and the case and the details. We're outside of Austin Police Headquarters. APD! Sorry. So the crowd has grown a little bit in size. There's about a few more people here, maybe. What's up, man? How's it going?
Cold. It's fucking cold out here.
I know, huh? It's cold. Dude, it's good to see you, bro.
Check this out. I was getting a haircut, showing you off to the barber.
So guys, we're outside of Austin Police Headquarters, in front of the building, with about 30, maybe 50 people now who are protesting the death of Alexander Gonzalez. There are definitely a lot more details about his death online. If you're curious about learning, go ahead and look it up. What's up?
Are you recording people without their consent?
I'm not recording them without their consent, man.
People here consented to it.
We're in public, man. You know, it's all fair, man. We're in public.
No, that's not the question I asked.
Well,
why are you recording them without their consent?
I'm a journalist, man. I record whatever
Can I see your
happens.
press badge, please?
Huh?
Can I see your press badge?
I don't have it on me, but obviously, you know, if I invest
Journalists are always supposed to travel to a site with their test
no,
badge.
you're right. But I didn't think it was necessary today. But I mean, if you're curious,
Wait. You're here filming people, and you're supposed to have a press badge, but you didn't bring it.
yeah.
Why?
I mean, does it matter? Like,
It does.
because like, despite that, like, I have the freedom of the press, whether I officially have a badge or
You
not.
have to
Like,
be pressed to have freedom of press.
no.
Do you know how the law works?
No. Like, that's not how it works.
My man.
That's not how it works, man.
You don't know that?
No. Freedom of the press is more of a general term. I would encourage you to. I don't know, man. I'm not down to. You know, I did this in college. I had these. I had these debates.
I'm a congressman, so I think I know what I'm talking about on this topic.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
So why are you
You know.
recording people without their consent?
I mean, you're gonna stop me?
You want me to?
I mean, no, but I like. What are you gonna do? There's nothing you can do.
There's plenty I can do.
Oh yeah,
you
but
want me to do it is the question.
I mean, I'm not provoking a fight here, man. Like, I'm just telling you, like,
I never said anything about a fight. Don't make assumptions, man.
I'm gonna film, and that's it. Whether, like, you know, they feel comfortable or not. I mean, like, there's Halo cams right there, bro.
I'll tell you this. Point that camera at me, and I'll give you a colonoscopy with it.
Okay, cool. I got it. Gotcha, man.
I'm gonna be right next to you at all times.
Sounds
You're gonna
good,
be my
bro.
buddy for the day.
Sounds perfect, man. Be
You
good
have to
friends.
see exactly what's going on. What are you recording?
Sir. Be best friends, man.
There's talk over there too. Write something. Send a message.
It's pretty chill, man. Isn't it pretty cold?
It's alright.
Yeah, it's alright. So it looks like this event's just about over, guys. You know, it started at 4, so maybe like an hour and a half. Protests in response to Alexander Gonzalez, who was killed by an off-duty police officer in South Austin. About 30 to 40 people showed up today. Most people are now leaving, as you could tell. Probably gonna go home for the day. It's kind of cold. Yeah, but that's about it, guys. Nothing crazy, nothing violent or illegal. Completely peaceful protests, and absolutely no counter protesters too. And then that's interesting, given that there was a Trump rally right down the road at the Capitol just earlier today, as we were there as well. So if you're curious to see that video, you could watch the video before, but this video is probably going to end soon, guys. I don't see much coming out of this particular event. I mean, aside from the fact that people express their sentiment and their emotions, which is always important. Everyone should always have the freedom of expression and the freedom of the press, right? Yeah, so most people headed that direction. It seems about over, guys. I think that I'll sign off in the next 5 minutes. The crowd's pretty hostile, so I won't ask anyone any questions. Hopefully, you know, without asking questions, you guys got the gist of their message. It's unfortunate that, you know, people don't want to express themselves, but I can't do anything about that. And also, Cesar Rocha films as well. If you want to watch his live, you can find him on Facebook. I believe you have to add him as a friend to watch his film, but if you really wanted to, you definitely could watch his live stream as well. He gets a lot less hostility, so you might get a different angle. I'm gonna walk over on this side. You know, it'd be interesting if what he said was true, like, you had to somehow officially be press. But then who says who's officially press, you know? Like, they'd have to get a stamp from the government that says that you're official press. Otherwise, you don't have freedom of the press. I mean, his interpretation of that constitutional amendment, to me, seemed very flawed. I mean, how? Freedom of the press applies to all of you guys. You could be a journalist if you so wish. We're all journalists. Nah, not about you, man.
I was just on camera just now.
Cool. Just chilling, bro. I try not to record you, you know, but it's kind of hard.
Whatever direction I'm in, make sure the camera's not facing me. That's the only rule.
That's a threat, bro. I'm not cool with that, man. Like, you know, I don't like when people threaten me, bro.
It's not a threat.
It's
a warning.
That is a threat.
It's called a warning.
It's the same difference.
Cause and effect.
Same difference, man. A threat, a warning, whatever you want to call it. Like, it is what it is.
It is what it is. You're right about that.
Yeah, it's a threat.
It's a warning.
A threat. Well, yeah, it's a warning. All right. It's a warning of violence on your behalf.
I never. So, politically speaking, where do you stand?
I don't think it matters. I can talk to you.
It does.
I can talk to you about it at some other time.
No, it does.
I'm doing my job right now, though.
I know, but it does matter.
I mean, maybe, yeah, it does matter. But right now that I'm on camera, my job is to keep my opinion out of it and just be unbiased, and that's what I'm gonna do, man.
Your opinion informs the way that you cover a story. So
Not really.
I'm just curious.
I just go wherever something's happening. Or, you know, like I don't pick and choose how I feel about it. I just, whether I hate it or I love it, I go. You know.
So where do you stand politically? Just say your ideology. That's all I'm asking.
Not right now, man. Not during the time that I'm doing work. You know, because then if I do start talking about my opinion, you know, then it's easier to argue or see that it'd be influencing what I'm doing. But you know.
So
right now, it doesn't matter.
See that it's influencing, and you just wanted to influence it.
No, I just want to separate myself as much from my opinion and my job. because they're two separate things. And right now, I'm at work, you know? We talk about it after work, after I get out of work, because I'm technically at work, so. But I'll talk about it, man. You know, I don't shy away from my opinion. Just not while I'm at work.
So what? Right, left?
Huh?
Right or left?
We talk about it right now, man. I promise you. If you stick around long enough, once I finish my job, I'll have a personal conversation with you.
What's good, right?
Bro, Jay right there is cool, man. All right, guys, it's really winding down here. I'm gonna cross the street and get a visual from across the street what it looks like. But then I'll sign off pretty shortly afterwards. Since it does look like it's dying down, people do seem agitated by the camera. So I definitely don't want to, you know, extend something that doesn't need to be extended. The crowd's even quiet now too. Like, a lot of people are just hanging out. Some of these protesters are friends and they've been friends for a long time, and so it's, you know, in some way also like a reunion. Oh, guys, if I'm coughing a lot, I'm so sorry. I tested for COVID just a few days ago. I'm negative. I'm not sick with COVID or even sick at all. Seems like this is allergies. I spent some time in El Paso, and El Paso right now is really dusty and dry, and just have an itch in my throat that won't go away. But I definitely thought I was sick, so I got tested, but came up negative, guys. So not infecting anyone with COVID. Just infecting everyone with my allergies. They usually subside like after, because I haven't even been out of El Paso for 24 hours. They've been going away though. I've been feeling better now. Hate allergies, guys. I just want to address the cough because everyone's like, is Hiram spreading COVID? Nah. I've had COVID, and this ain't it, chief. I wouldn't even be able to be out here, guys, if I had COVID. Man, COVID's really serious. Wear your mask. Be safe. And for those of you that don't know, we're outside of Austin, Texas, police headquarters. We are currently just filming a few protesters that are hanging out, you know, and there was kind of like a demonstration earlier. Some of the individuals here were speaking up against the death of Alexander Gonzalez, who died in South Austin. He was killed at the hands of an off-duty police officer. There is footage of what happened. There's confirmation that there was a weapon involved. I don't know the details though. So I would highly encourage you to go seek that information out. And I'll probably go do a live later. And when we talk about local news, talk about the death of Alexander Gonzalez and look into the details and what we can and cannot discern. But again, like I mentioned to the other guy, I am a journalist. I am unbiased. I don't bring my personal opinion in. I try to stick strictly to what is factual and what isn't, because after that, it is just my opinion. And you're not here to hear my opinion, but rather get information so that you could form your own opinion. That matters to me above anything else. So long as we're all sticking to the facts, I will never twist the facts, and I'll never be okay with anyone twisting things that are a matter of fact that can be proven objectively. So no one, of course, is quote unquote unbiased, but I could do my best to stick to just facts and not my own opinion. Since at the end of the day, honestly, like, if I preach here my opinion, everybody that agrees with me is just going to agree with me. And everyone that disagrees with me is going to disagree with me. What changes people's mind is not how many times you could shove an opinion down their throat, but, like whether or not the information in front of them is convincing them of a particular ideology. And that sticks more than if I just pressure somebody to believe what I believe for no reason. That's why we're unbiased. That's why we are ImHiram Live. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. This was a peaceful protest. Absolutely nobody broke the law, nothing crazy happened, just people speaking and expressing themselves as they should per the First Amendment. So thank you so much, and have a good night, guys.